My guest is Dr. Zahra Tabassian, known to her patients and medical peers as one of the most compassionate doctors in town. She also runs a state-of-the-art dialysis center known as Angel Kidney Care, AKC. Well, we'll talk to her about that and about the other things she's doing in town. So join me in welcoming Dr. Zahra Tabassian. Doctor, thank you for coming.
Thank you for having me here. It's a pleasure to be here. Well, I heard a lot of compliments about me. I don't know if I deserve them.
I'm sure you do, my dear.
Let's see what happens at the end of this show.
Well, tell me something. What is the mission? What is your mission? I won't say at the center, but what is your mission overall for the things that you're doing in this city and probably around the world?
Well, my mission is very simple and easy. It's so simple that it almost sounds like crazy. It's so simple. We can prevent serious illnesses from happening in our communities by very simple movements to the music of our choice and easy tips on how to live our lives healthier and happier. This is so easy that almost makes me feel, what have we been thinking about all these years? What happened that our nation became a nation of obese people? What happened that our nation became a nation of diabetic people? In every corner of our town, there are diabetics people. Diabetics, people who are waiting to get on dialysis machines, people who are waiting in line to get operated on for blockage in their coronary arteries. It's just so unfair to live in a community seeing that all of these are happening around us, and yet me, I'm talking about me because there are a lot of me's like me in the community, we sit back and just give them the care that they can get at the very late stages of their illness. Prevention is simple, prevention is easy. It can be happily inspired and instilled in them. And they can be a part of it, because this is all about the people who finally are the victims of this sad story.
Now, if someone has a kidney disease or diabetes, and they don't quite know what to do about it, is there a consultation at your center that they can come in and take advantage of?
Well, Bobby, again, we're going back to what I tried to avoid in the beginning.
Okay.
It's not about the center. And trust me, today I'm not going to talk about my center. I am not talking about having people to send us money, about having them send and pledge to us what they can afford. This is not about the center. This is not about us. This is about the people who truly can benefit from doing simple things and enjoy happily. I think that if people are healthier and people are able to live their lives happier with a regular exercise program fitted in their lifestyles in a way that they want to do that deliberately and happily, and be engaged in these activities by their own will, because they want to do this, not because me, per se, Dr. Zahra Tabassian, with all those qualifications we don't want to talk about, or Dr. So-and-so are telling them they have to do. It has to come from inside, from within, from the heart. When people love themselves and they like doing what is suitable for them and their soul and their mind, they will do it. And at the end, they don't know how they did it, but we see the results, and that's the trick in this.
Is this what Barry Perlman was telling me, that there was a title, The Dancing Doctor? Is that what that's all about?
Well, to be honest with you, for years, I was very reluctant to accept that title, because our community is not made for that. The field of medicine is so rough, and in my experience, so unhappy, that bringing dance and music into it, and then here introducing it to the whole nation, that this is the magic pill without any extra expense and no out-of-pocket expense to you. It has been so difficult to come up with this simple thing, which I know is effective because it has worked for hundreds and thousands of my own patients. So if it has worked for my patients in this community, why shouldn't it work for other people? So yes, the dancing title is something that I try to avoid for a long time because a lot of anecdotal reports were coming to me. Well, you are a double board certified from UCLA. You don't want to make that kind of background obscured or somehow damaged by just getting on the dance floor and dancing with your patients, because then people are going to look at you as a dancer. And I never claimed that I'm a dancer because I never took any classes. I don't know what the names of all these movements that I do are. I mean,
You just create them.
I create them as the music plays. And this is for everybody, because we have to come up with a method that can be individualized and customized based on our soul and our spirit and the state of mind that we are in at that particular moment. Because I cannot say that, Bobby, the music that I like and relates to my background or my happy moments are the same for you, because they're two different things. You might have had good memories with your first girlfriend from one particular music, that when that music plays, all of a sudden you go out of your shell and you want to explore your inside and the happiness inside you. So that is really what I'm all about. Yes, the dancing doctor, you can call me at the end. If you know that I can answer all the scientific questions to their most optimal answers.
How in the world did you come up with the dancing and the music to integrate it into your theories?
Well, basically, I have been in tough medical environment for many, many years, and I have seen the modern medicine's achievements and end results. I have been prescribing medications. I have been prescribing injectables. I have been sending my patients to cath lab because they needed immediate opening of their coronary arteries. I have put patients on dialysis machines, and it felt to me that it is a never-ending situation. It is just, and nowadays, let me tell you, I will get back to your question that how did I integrate that procedure into my practice, but this is the courage that I'm having right now to come up after long time observation. Observation of what really happened to our community and what we achieved using only modern medicine. And how did we get to this point when we just concentrated on physical body? Because that's what we're doing. We are treating our patients like machines, like what 2 + 2 = 4.
Right.
You give that medication based on this kind of molecular change, this kind of reaction is supposed to be evoked. That's all we're doing.
Yeah.
And trust me, results have not been satisfactory. Because if they were, we would not be saying in just a decade or two, 1 out of 2 Americans will be diabetic. Isn't it sad?
Yeah.
This is just
crazy
sad. Because
it is.
diabetes is not just a simple disease that is characterized by an entity, a title, and some symptoms. It affects people's lives in a very unhappy way. And enough is enough. So we had to come up with something that is within us, is born with us. I mean, this is born with us. If you go to any background of human beings, you go from the very early stages. How many millions have we?
There will be dance.
I mean, there has been dance.
Right.
One of the first languages that human beings learned was dancing. And they had their way of expression of their feelings and their insight. And they were fit and they were happy, and they, for what they had, how many million years ago, you know, the first human being was born, I don't know, 3, 4 million.
It's something like that. And, you know, the music, there's something about music that regardless of what your status is in life, you have your music. Everybody has their music. And you've now taken that and integrated it into your practice. I think it's wonderful.
But music has to be used in its right way. You cannot, you see, first of all, I think that music is very individualized, and people have different respect and relationship to different music, as I said in the beginning, based on their background, based on their culture, based on events that have happened in their lives. So really, music has to be the one that people choose themselves. It cannot be the music that Dr. Tabassian says, because that music might be just for me.
Right.
But luckily, to be honest with you, the music that I have chosen and I have played for my patients, I get on the stage with them, and they are just on the right and on the left and the front and in their chairs, and they all are getting up and happily doing their exercise, and with simple techniques that I teach them, because when you take advantage of what is given to you and born with you by God, and that is the ability to love music and move your body to the rhythm of your soul, and you combine that with the techniques that are healthy and medical, and maybe that comes from the doctor with a little background, talking about how belly fat and midsection can have most important effect on our well-being and our health, because this midsection is very important for our health. And most of the techniques that I show in my seminars and my teachings to my patients are techniques that I cannot say solely, but for most part, concentrate on the midsection, on the belly fat area, because now we physicians know very well that midsection is playing a major role in our medical outcomes when it comes to diabetes, when it comes to hypertension, when it comes to hypercholesterolemia, high cholesterol level, when it comes to our state of mind, stroke, kidney failure, kidney disease, dialysis, amputation of the limbs, blindness. What else would you like me to link this midsection?
To the midsection. And when they see you, the patient comes in and see size 0, I mean, it's amazing. You have no waist. and they have to be inspired, wanting to get rid of whatever.
Absolutely. And I believe that before you can be effective, you have to be a role model yourself.
Right.
How can you tell your 300 or 400 pound patient that midsection is not good when you are a size 40 yourself?
Right. Well, that's the advantage.
Not a size 40, that's just a little exaggeration. But really, that is the truth.
Yeah. Now,
you have to be somebody and something that people can look up to you and use you as an example.
Right. So you get out on the floor and dance with these patients.
Absolutely. But I don't do that without a background.
Yeah, of course.
I don't do that without getting them prepared. And I don't do that without giving them the knowledge and the information they need to have. When I ask for people to get up now, and let's do it together, they don't have no hesitation. They know why they're getting up.
You prepare them.
I prepare them. This is one thing that has been missing from the face of medicine.
Well,
lack of information, or in a lot of times, misinformation.
Right, misinformation, exactly. Dr. T, how long have you been in the Inglewood area?
Well, let me tell you, it goes back to when did I finish from UCLA? 1992. So after that, 1993, I think it was 1993 that I started practicing in Inglewood.
Wow, you've been here a while.
I've been here for a while.
At UCLA, you said a double something. What was that?
Double board certified.
Double board certified.
To say that, yeah.
But what does that mean?
That means that not only I am an internist, like a lot of other doctors out there, but I am also a nephrologist. But after qualifying for becoming an internist and nephrologist, we took a test that was mandatory before we were called board certified, and that was a review of everything in medicine and in nephrology. And again, I want to explain, nephrology is...
Yeah, I was going to ask that.
Sorry,
I'm learning so much today.
Well, I'm ready to dance right now. I have to sit
Not
back
now.
and wait for your question. I have to move on faster. But nephrology means study of kidneys.
Okay.
Because kidneys are composed of about 2 million nephrons, and nephrons are the subunits that make each kidney.
I see.
And these beautiful small little tubes that God has given us
Right.
and has given us to work perfectly fine and normal get damaged when we don't take care of ourselves and when we become diabetic. And when this midsection promotes diabetes, then these nephrons gradually start getting hurt. They don't work the way they're supposed to be working.
And the kidneys
The
are affected.
kidneys can't filter and clean the blood. All the chemicals and toxins that normally we produce or we enter our body from outside stay in our blood, accumulate in our blood, and the levels go sky high. And then that is the time that we see the vessels, all the arteries in the body. We're talking about all the big and small arteries. Kidneys arteries in those little glomerulus, which we said 2 million of glomeruli and nephrons we have in each kidney, they get hurt. They don't like high sugar levels.
Right.
They're not born to function under those circumstances.
There are a lot of people watching this show that need advice. What kind of advice would Dr. T give a person who may think that they might, you know, if they see the midsection going?
The advice is not just for the audience, but also is for our healthcare system.
Okay.
I think there has been a big disconnect between healthcare providers and the public, people who are the victims of all these diseases. My advice is for the whole nation, for the whole world, that we have welcomed illnesses into our communities and into our families and households because we didn't know we were doing this, because we were not well educated on these issues. My advice is that something has happened, and many people maybe now are starting to know about that, because now everybody and everywhere that we're talking about, we have about 25 million or more diabetics currently in our country only.
25 million.
And you want to hear some worse statistics?
Right.
About 60 to 70 million more are pre-diabetic.
Oh my.
And this is not me saying this for the first time. I think pretty much now a lot of people know what pre-diabetes is. The damage has happened. We know that. What I am doing now, today, maybe should have been done 2 decades ago, a decade ago, sometime earlier, so we didn't have all these diabetics and pre-diabetics in our neighborhood. So, but I believe it's never too late. It's time now for all of us to wake up, because we love ourselves, we love our patients, we love our family and neighborhood, we love our community, and we love our country. And it's time to wake up now.
And we love our food. A lot of people eat the wrong kinds of foods. And I mean, you're looking at the obesity rate in this country and around the world. When people don't really, I mean, they grow up and they're fed, the kids are fed a lot of junk, and all of a sudden it's there, and they don't know what to do.
Well, that's why I asked that question. Are we at the end of the show or not? Because this was a very important area that I wanted to touch.
Touch it.
I will touch it right
Touch
now.
it.
Let me touch it. Yes, definitely. You see, weight is a balance of how much calories we put in and how much we burn. Until now, I have been talking about burning it with music of your soul, dancing to the music of your soul, moving the midsection, that hopefully people will see. I mean, now I am not afraid of showing it. To be honest with you, I was afraid in the beginning because, as I said, the doctor, double board certified, is not supposed to be dancing.
Right, right.
It is demeaning and it downgrades your qualifications when you get up with your patients and do that. I mean, that is what I'm talking about, that wall that is between the doctor and the patient. What is the difference between my patient and my sister and my mother? If I can dance in front of my sister and my mother, I can do that with my patients. Is that right? So definitely until now we were talking about burning it in a happy way, the way that your soul and spirit moves you and drives you and wants you to do it and get rid of the midsection. But the half of the equation is about what we put in and the diet that we just talked about. Again, remember, my mission is for people to become healthy in a very happy way, without forcing them, without imposing structures and orders on them. It's just the way that they will incorporate and they will understand and their body will accept. You cannot tell people. Let me tell you how many studies you wanted me just point out to right now to tell you that studies on weight loss and weight reduction all show unsuccessful results after a period of time that could vary between 6 to 12 months. Compliance rate is just there as long as they're enrolled in a study, they're given that dietary regimen, they are given the pre-packed food. So this is what you do, this is what you eat. On Saturday and Sunday and Monday this, on Tuesday and Wednesday and Thursday, this other kind of food. Nothing is sustainable unless you want to do it. I am telling my patients that certain kind of foods have a lot of calories. Usually bread, rice, pasta, starch, you know, they have a lot of calories. Sweet things, your taste understands it. They have a lot of calories. Greasy things, mayonnaise and all those kind of stuff, they have a lot of calories. But I will never be there enough to tell my patients, don't eat that, because maybe my patient likes to eat a hamburger. If I tell my patient, don't eat that hamburger that you like, or don't eat that particular food, that steak that you like, what's going to happen? Tell me.
Well, they're not going to be happy, that's for sure.
Exactly. And you think unhappiness brings compliance?
Right. No, I got that. Allow me, if you will, at this point, to show our audience the Dr. T in action.
Oh my gosh, I didn't know about that.
Allow me to do that. Run it.
There's a global epidemic spreading in your neighborhood. Over 26 million children and adults in the United States alone, 8.3% of the population, have it. 79 million are pre-diagnosed, and yet another 7 million are undiagnosed. What is it? Diabetes. Diabetes has become the silent killer of Americans and globally as well. The total cost of diabetes in the United States exceeds $300 billion. $25 billion alone for those with pre-diabetes. Over 13% of blacks and 12% of Hispanics over 20 have been diagnosed with diabetes. And it is one of the largest causes of death, including from, related, and caused heart disease, stroke, high blood pressure, blindness, kidney disease and loss, neuropathy, and amputations. If these numbers scare you, they should. Medicine can certainly help, but can only go so far towards solving this massive problem affecting the population, and especially among our children, who are becoming the most obese in the world. Diet control can certainly help solve diabetes. But now there's something else that can help you give diabetes a real knockout punch. Because now you can dance away diabetes with Dr. Zahra Tabassian, MD. Dr. Zahra Tabassian and her Angel Kidney Care Clinic in Inglewood, California, are using music and dance therapy to instill within her patients the desire to take the initiative for weight loss, healthy diet, exercise, and a spiritual uplifting to new heights.
You know why? That's because of all of these bad hormones that, I call these the bad guys, produced here, that make you more hungry. And try to shift to the right and your left with your hips. Do not move your shoulders.
For frequent free medical clinics held for the community, mainly made up of Latinos and African Americans. They're tested for diabetes and heart disease, told how the diabetes is a rapidly growing medical problem and what can be done to prevent and treat it with the Dance Away Diabetes Therapy, all for free.
KJLH, all of our shows, from the Steve Harvey Show, the Front Page, Kevin Nash's show, all of them, spread the word. We're about you, the community, and we're about hopefully helping you to live healthier, longer lives. So that's what we're here for. Every time you think about a fast food restaurant, think about Andre Russell said, don't go up in here, let me keep on going.
Dr. Tabassian dancing away diabetes in her free medical clinic mission to Africa with those who suffer from the disease. She also shows them how to prevent diabetes. The mission of Dance Away Diabetes with Dr. T is to educate, inform, entertain, and inspire viewers who will see one of the world's most major medical problems helped with inspirational music and dance therapy. Viewers will see a community come together to help those less fortunate and create awareness of the diabetes tragedy and how to help solve it. Dance Away Diabetes with Dr. Zahra Tabassian, MD.
Otherwise, it becomes just as rough as fitness centers do for us. You want to feel the music. Honestly, my body is moving to the music. And the music is driving my hips to the right and left. Don't move your shoulders. I didn't tell you, look at the ceiling, David me. To the right. Good. Anthony, come over here. One, two. Two to the right. Okay, let's double our fitness and double our fun. A little faster now.
Okay.
Ready?
Yeah.
Okay. When I say go, go. Not yet, don't go. Now. Stretch the hip out. One, two. One, two. You stay here and do it with them. One, two.
Don't look at me.
No talking. Concentrate on the music. Okay, now for you. Anthony, I don't see that. Good. You know, I wish this was in your pants so I could see your waist. Because this is a little harder. You know, I cannot see anything. Okay. I mean it. You know, you want to see yourself. Go in front of a mirror and see what you're doing, because you want to stretch that hip away from the midline. Good. And this is what I'm talking about. We've got to work on this, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1. Good job. Are you ready for the second move?
Yes.
Okay? With your knees, you're going to draw a circle. I call it a circle of life. Okay? So, Anthony, go now. Can you draw that circle more completely? Reverse. Doing good. Well, enjoy the music. Don't think about me.
I know.
You did great. Maria, come over here. Maria is one of our most wonderful nurses who believes in this method. Again, we start from the beginning. 2 to the right. Now. Again, you put that down. Circles. You have to feel the contraction of your muscles in the tummy and draw that circle as completely as possible, because the more you draw the circle, and when you're drawing it, go back with your upper body. Let the knees guide your body to the front as the rest of your body goes back.
You can do it here.
Wonderful. Okay, Faye, let's do that again all together. We're gonna go with 2 to the right, 1, 2, 2 to the left. Let's do it now. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2.
1.
You stay here in the center as I make sure everybody's doing it right. 1, 2. San Juana, dobleste por favor. Okay, for you, it's the most important thing to make sure. Look at me, what we're doing. With your arms, you can do any kind of movement that you like. Circles with the knees. Circles. Feel the tension in your lower abdomen. Faye, come over here. You really have so much energy in you. Okay, together. Okay, wonderful. Linda, come over. Anthony, come over. Everybody together. Good. Maria, you're the best nurse I've ever heard of. You're good. Okay, wonderful. So basically that is it, you know. You sweat, it means you burn the bad guys. And because our exercise concentrated on the bad guys, the first part that these calories came from was the bad guys. So this is what I want. We want to go right, targeting the bad guys and just burning them, because that I know is going to reduce the bad signals that these bad guys produce and cause diabetes, hypertension, all of those things. So you burn and you sweat it off of the bad guys. Okay, go by this. Hey, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. What I do? That's why she doesn't sweat. She cannot target the bad guy. That's why. Okay. Good. Just do the simple one then. 1, 2. Just concentrate on the music. This is your language. This is Spanish. Why are you hitting me? I'm trying to show you the good thing. Good, Anthony, you're good. You're the greatest. She's killing me. Well, I see a lot of sweat on you. Woo!
I got it now. I get it.
You got it. Yeah, now you're sweating, huh? Oh, you just get it. Okay, then go sit there. Sit there, I'll be with you. With knees now, go with the circle of your life. Reverse. Circle. Wonderful, Shannon. I'm so proud of you. You don't know how proud of you I am. And I mean it. You are great. I wish I knew you 5 years before. Wonderful. Make the circle. Circle. That circle is important. Circle is important. Circle is important. Make it all the way. Reverse. Just move. No. Just move with the method. Good job. Yeah. Feel the stretch. Okay. Okay, good. Wonderful. Fake, go. Yeah. Circle. Con tus rodillas. Se siente. Remember, I'm your doctor, and I know what your body can accept. So go for it. I know. Just try to make the opposite. Reverse. Reversado.
We feel like John Travolta.
Is everybody hot? Is everybody sweating? Se siente caliente. Calor. Oh, good. That's what I wanted to see. I want to see that smile, though. Good job. You are sweating so much. Margie, you.
High five. Come on, kids.
Larry, you. Miguel, you. San Juana, you. And you again. Push the side. Face and push the sides. I am sweating. I am sweating. Miguel, más usted. Miguel, más. Margie, what's wrong with you? Just a little energy.
Can we move in a circle?
Move. Circle. Go for circle. No, the circle on your knees.
Okay.
The circle on your knees. Cardenas, stay here.
Steady. Steady.
this way.
Oh, okay. Had the wrong way.
Are you ready to go to the right and left now?
Yeah.
Right and left?
Yeah.
Right and left. No, go with the speed.
Okay.
Double up the speed. Double up the fun.
All right. Hey, I like this, Dr. Tabassian. Yes, it's fun.
Would you do that every day?
Yes, I'm enjoying myself.
Would you?
Yeah.
Every day?
Yes.
How many minutes?
At least 30.
Now you can go. I remember you couldn't do it in 5 minutes at the beginning. If you want to go for 45, be my guest.
Okay.
¿Puede hacer lo mismo cada día para amigo? ¿Ah?
We have to do everything.
5 o 10 minutos.
Yes.
She wants to do it every day, 10 minutes.
Okay. That's for sure. Hey, so sweaty.
Let's go the opposite. Opposite.
Opposite.
Reverse.
Dr. Tabassian, you helped me out a lot today.
Just get the hip forward. You like this one, yeah? Faith?
Oh, yeah, I like that.
Can I see your sweat a little more?
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
Thank you, darling. Thank you. Whoa. Well, you didn't teach me that one. You didn't teach me that one.
I cannot teach you everything I learned over almost 50 years.
You got to learn everything you know.
Everybody go behind us and do the same thing. Line up and do it. Line up. Anthony, come on. Line up and do it. Come over here. Linda, come over. Now change legs.
Oh, okay.
A little rest. Freestyle. You don't enjoy your dancing. You have to enjoy. If you say I'm too harsh on you, do what you like. A little freestyle. Circles. The moment you can target the bad guys, don't miss the opportunity. Kill them with happiness. Let me ask you, is anybody still stressed out?
No.
Is anybody?
Anybody stressed out?
No.
Everybody feeling good? Yeah!
You guys are making my day. Look at you sweating. I'm sweating, yeah? What do you think? I'm not a human being? I am too. Of course I will sweat. If you guys are, I will. Circles.
Okay.
Reverse. Freestyle. Enjoy your dance. Come over here. She's a rollerblade skater.
Come on, Linda. Start.
This way.
Come on, Linda. Hey. You know how to belly dance. Go her.
You know how.
Hey, hey.
Go back a little bit. Target the bad guys. Do you feel it? Just flex it more, Linda.
That's girl.
Don't give up. I know your heart. I know your brain. Song is not off. Go.
Come on, Linda.
The more back you shift your body toward, the more pressure you feel in the lower abdomen.
Yeah. Twist. Twist. Pop it. Whoa.
Everybody. 1, 2. 1, 2. guys, don't forget about the bad guys are there. Any target there. You have been so quiet.
Come on, Keith. That way, girl. Push him.
Go. I'm sorry you're sweating. We haven't given the salad out yet.
Come on, Keith.
If you want to do a little cardiovascular more, that's fine. Be my guest.
Oh, shimmy. Shimmy. Shimmy.
Good. If you do this, it's just burning calories. You guys, do it. You want to start. Do it. Don't give up. Shannon.
Come on, shake
Move.
it. Shake it off. Shake it off. Shake it off. Come on. That's it.
Faye, you do good. Good.
Come on, kid. Come on, Keith. That was good. Move right here. Act like you're working on it. There you go. Go.
1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. Anthony, doing good. I see you with my secret eyes. Circle. Circle. Sweat all the bad guys out of your body.
Lean back, Keith. Back. There you go.
Don't tell me you're not sweating because I make you sweat. Do whatever you can, feel the tension here.
Come on. Push.
Faye, stay right here. Come here next to me. Try to do this. Oh my gosh, what's wrong here?
You're sweating.
Get a towel there. That's what and you know how you sweat it? By burning these bad guys. That's it. Good. Good. Good job. Faye, what are you? You're lost?
Looks like you feel so sexy. Woo!
Now go behind me, go with the same thing. Can you lean back a little bit more to stretch these muscles more? Everybody! Do you feel the bad guys in trouble?
Yeah.
Are the bad guys in trouble?
Yeah.
That's what we want. Good. Your bad guys are really in trouble.
Yeah.
They're giving me a signal.
Yes. That's good. Come on, Keith.
Go back.
Further out.
Now just give a little break to your bad guys. Do whatever you like. I just can't give them a break. Automatically I go after them. Hey, who told you you're getting old? I don't agree with that. Is everybody doing the same thing? You guys, when I go up because then we
The same
you see
thing.
extra benefits of burning more calories.
You say the
So I
right
lift it up
one.
on hard.
She said the right one.
Now, for men, why we are
we go.
And this way.
All right,
One. Circle. All together. I'm going to make sure you're going with his feet. If you guys will move together, go together. Go carry cars, you shall get the car. One, two. 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 Circle. Everybody circle. Good. You are awesome about that. Woo, you guys are sweating.
Yes.
Did you work with any of those harsh machines? You know how much calorie you burn just right now?
Oh, yeah. 2,000, at least 3,000.
Minimum
5,000.
Minimum 2,000.
All right. At least 2,000.
Woo! Just imagine every day you burn 2,000 calories.
Yes. Yeah.
Whoa. After all that action, oh man, let me tell you something. Doc, that's amazing. That is really quite amazing that you have those moves, girl.
Well, I better. If I want my patients move like that, I want them to move the way I move, I have to give them a good demo.
Well, you certainly did. You certainly did. And I know they enjoyed it, too.
They enjoyed it.
Yeah.
And I want to say something.
Sure, sure.
These movements are a little bit hard for people who might be in their 80s or 70s or 60s.
Sure.
But usually in my seminars, everybody is up and moving to the extent that they can move. But I always tell people, we always start very slowly, as long as you know the techniques. You could have amputated legs, because unfortunately, we are catching up to some patients a little later than we should have caught up with them earlier. So I always tell them that, don't worry, it's not the end of the world.
Right.
Because this should have done like 20, 30 years ago,
Sure.
I just said. But now we are here. Now your heart is beating. You have a beautiful heart. You have a beautiful brain. You have beautiful arms, and you want to protect them. And from any time and at any stage you start these movements, you still are a successful person. For those people who can't get up, they are wheelchair bound, and they have amputation of their extremities. Sometimes they are blind because diabetes causes
Oh,
blindness.
it can be treacherous.
And what I totally believe is that spirituality has disappeared from the face of medicine today. And this is why we see all these bad outcomes and results that we are seeing today. It's time to all get up and do something different, something that would uplift and motivate us from inside. That's something that would bring happiness and excitement and good memories back to us. Music. And when you use that music and dance to the rhythm of your soul, to that music, and use the right techniques, mainly concentrating on the belly fat, then that's when we can say, we did it. And when you burn from the fat here in the midsection, when you burn that area, then you have succeeded in getting rid of diabetes, preventing it in your community, from getting diabetes in your household. And that is when you can say, I am a happier person, a more motivated person, and a healthier one. And that is what I have to tell you. And through that kind of exercise, the exercise that not only burns the bad fat, what I call the bad guys, but also brings happiness and motivates production of good hormones, endorphins, that God has given to you. This hormone can be produced from your own brain cells inside your body and make your body work better and less weaker and healthier and more energetic. And you need to promote development of endorphins and happy hormones and healthy hormones and stay away from the bad things. And through dance and music therapy, the negativity gets out of your life. The positive energy that is missing from today's lifestyles, that comes back one more time to your household, and you can use it for getting rid of all these bad things in your belly area. And again, I want to say that this can be customized. You don't need to be a dancer. When they call me a dancing doctor, it's not about dancing. It's about moving your body in the right direction and the right way. And you can do that if you're an 80-year-old in wheelchair. You can do that if you're a 90-year-old and don't have energy to get up and do the exact movements that a 20-year-old would be able to do. But you need to know that there is some more movement and activity, the way that your body allows you and the way you feel comfortable doing it, that you can do and stay away from these illnesses.
Absolutely.
And understand it.
Dr. T, Zahra Tabassian, thank you so much for coming to the Roundtable. And I'd like to have you come back after a while and talk a little more about the great things that you're doing, and maybe perhaps dance on the table.
Ooh, that's what I do anyway.
Thank you very much, Dr. T.
Thank you very much.
Right.
Appreciate it.
Right.